Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerd friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sonny, and the other two nerds that make up this round table here are Manny and Frank. What's going on, guys?
Three. No, it's not.
He's Shadowbox fighting.
I don't know. I'm doing fine. I hope you gentlemen are doing well.
I am doing fine. Hope your gentlemen are doing well.
I'm doing my Sean Connery impression.
Sean Connery? Is it his birthday?
If it is, a bunch of guys with freaking bagpipes are going to start playing.
Well, I will join them in that celebration.
You know how to play bagpipes?
I will fake it till I make it.
You just blow, I think, right?
You just blow. Just blow and see what happens.
You just blow. You just blow, mate. I don't know what the hell we're doing.
I don't know. They went off the trails. They went off the tracks real fast.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes and Sean
Yeah.
Connery.
The pipes will keep on blowing. What? All right.
Oh boy. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Stick
Yeah,
with us.
sorry.
We promise we do have a show for you. So let's go ahead and save this train before it crashes into the ravine. I'll go ahead with my first piece of news real quick.
Okay.
See here.
What do you have, sir?
David Ayer's End of Watch is getting a TV series adaptation and is being developed by Fox.
No.
So, you know,
agree.
it's Fox, but
No.
we'll see how that
Why
goes.
though? I don't get it, man.
No.
Well,
Unless it's
Oh.
based in Chicago.
Why don't they call it something else? Why do you have to call it End of Watch?
Maybe it's going to be beginning of watch.
Is End of Watch going to
Start
get
of
you more
Watch.
views? I don't think it is.
what's up?
Is End of Watch, calling it End of Watch, is that going to get you more views? I don't know.
I think it's going to be called Start of Watch.
I mean, the film does have a pretty good following. It was pretty well received overall.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think the reason why they Fox out of all of them picked it up because a lot of their like procedural shows are doing pretty well still. It's like 911, 911 Lone Star, and like those type of shows.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Well-
oh, let's throw it in the batch and see what happens. I don't think it'll be anywhere near as gritty as the movie is, but the general concept is there if you can do it right. Just you're basically following two partners that are really close together as people and as partners, and the way that they interact with everything else. I think if you cast correctly with some decent writing, I think I think it has some legs for at least maybe 3-4 good seasons. Some good, solid.
Yeah.
Will that happen at Fox? Fox is either gives you 12 seasons or it gives you like a half a season, so it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
It can go either way. But David Ayer will be the executive producer and will have a hand in the project itself. So he's not exactly going to be hands off. He wants to try to have as much input as he can. Obviously, Fox again will probably have the final say over a lot of things, but he wants to at least try to have some more,
Yeah.
saying.
Try to guide it a little more.
Yeah.
Rather than just sign his name and cash the check.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I hope it works out for you.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna. Well, unless somebody says it's awesome, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it'll take a couple of years. Like Ted Lasso.
I know I'm terrible.
I shall never forgive you.
I know.
But anywho,
But it was sports. You gotta forgive me because to get me to watch something sports is gonna
No.
be.
would I
mountain.
recommend you something that was just sports? No.
No, because I wouldn't want to. So.
Yeah. So trust me. I
will
guide you.
try. I will try. All right, what are we? Transylvania now?
Do or do not. There is no try. But yeah, so we'll toss it up to you, Frank, for your piece of news for us.
Oh, thank you, sir. It is, I don't know if it's fully confirmed or anything, but there was a news article that said Netflix will be pulling off the Marvel shows from their service.
Mhm.
Doesn't really say when or why or if they will ever appear on any other service. The obvious answer is that or the obvious theory, I guess, is that it would show up on Disney Plus, and Disney's like, give me my stuff back, like, and took it with them or something. I don't know.
So per Screen Rant article that I'm looking at right here, one of the quoted articles within the article says sources confirm Netflix's license for Marvel's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Punisher, Iron Fist, Defenders Team Up limited series, blah blah blah. And the rights to the shows is reverting to Disney. Companies keeping quiet about it. Distribution plans for the Suda series, they are expected to be announced. The show's new streaming home soon. Yeah, so it sounds like whatever deal they had way back then seems to be coming to an end.
Yeah,
And it's like, got it, bitch, give me that.
I guess the original agreement, I guess, meant that whatever you make, we can take it when this is all over.
Sure.
Because I know originally when Disney started their streaming service, before they started, they actually gave Netflix a lot of their films and stuff like that to stream, and then they said you can use these characters. Out of pettiness, I believe Netflix was like, "Oh, you want to start your own service? Then we're gonna cancel these shows, and you can't use them for like 4 or 5 years."
I bet you, yeah.
So then I guess they weren't gonna do anything with the characters. So a
'Cause
lot
I
of the
think
deals,
Ragnarok was on Netflix, right?
yeah, for a long
At
time.
one point, yeah.
And from what I understand, a lot of these licensing deals is basically if you don't do something with them at a certain amount of time, it goes back to the previous owner.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes we get really bad, especially in the past where we got bad superhero movies. This was because we needed something to hold on to the license for certain characters. So maybe Netflix just had no more interest in this and said, we wipe our hands. We got Squid Games now. We're good. We'll see you guys later.
No, I don't think that's Netflix at all. I think that's all Disney taking back their stuff.
Probably.
Because if anything, it would be Netflix that would want to make more TV shows since Daredevil and Kingpin have showed up.
They got what they needed from it, and I don't think it really hurts them that much.
Yeah, because I mean, like towards the end, besides Daredevil and Jessica Jones just quietly was there. Punisher was after like Iron Fist, that things started to go downhill really fast.
Yeah.
Luke Cage season 2, the Defenders and all that. It was like, whoops, well, this is over.
Yeah.
So, but also you can never, like Manny said, you can never really, know what Disney's up to. So they probably were like, hey, here's some money, we'll buy it all back. So,
especially because it was too fast.
Very fast.
Like it happened so quick.
Yeah. So, and if that means Netflix takes that money and makes 100 more shows or movies, they'll say, yeah, sure, give us all your money.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but so much of what they put out is like popular for one weekend, and then everybody forgets it even exists for the rest of the time.
Yeah, they're. I mean,
I don't know.
As much as I think I generally do like the drop the whole series out at once and watch it at your leisure, I don't think it's really of working for Netflix like it used to.
Yeah.
They might have to
do some of it weekly, or I don't know.
I mean, even if it's like twice a week, like once, like one episode on Monday, one on Thursday or Friday, just kind of space it out just a little bit, just kind of.
It honestly does lower the enjoyment because I don't know about you guys, but like I don't retain a lot of what I'm watching. If I watch like 4 or 5 within 2 days, a lot of it gets forgotten or lost to me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think some shows I'm okay with saying, like the week to week or like a couple episodes a week, whatever.
But I guess there's many though, because at any given point you might have 10 shows, and they're all going at different weeks, and so you're gonna lose track, and maybe you won't finish them.
Yeah. So I mean, like, So again, like with Stranger Things, although I don't think it's as popular anymore as it when it first started, I think they can move that to like week to week, and people would still be somewhat interested. But like something like Squid Game probably was the best thing to drop it out all at once, just so people would be like, "Oh wow, this is crazy! It's out of nowhere," and now we get
Yeah.
to actually do more with it now. So
Mm. Yeah.
it's a fine line, and I don't know necessarily the science behind it all and how people work, but I think there's somewhere they can work it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, there's always something on there that hasn't caught on the top 10, but it's still really good.
Mhm.
There's still that kind of discovery stuff that happens too.
Oh yeah, yeah, and their top 10 system I think is broken at best, and they don't promote the right things. They just kind of
Yeah.
promote the newest thing, which sometimes hurts them more than
Yeah.
anything else.
And I mean, if Squid Game was popular for 3 weeks, there's definitely stuff that's going to get lost in those 3 weeks because nobody will shut up about Squid Game.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the only thing you see, and then the My List feature is also screwed up, so you're not really remembering what you had in your list.
I don't
right,
even use that thing.
I don't.
yeah.
It's not even worth it. It's useless. So I mean, I don't know. Right now, I have a really big backlog. Like The Witcher came out, and I didn't really do much with it. I watched like one episode. I did like it and everything. I
Mm.
want to keep watching, but I just haven't. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Not that I don't
I
want to.
got a
Not
bunch of
that at
stuff.
all. I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard. I don't know. Netflix got the money and time. I think I think their model has changed every couple of years, but they need to really kind of focus on what really works for them and do that well, and try to find different angles to get people back in. Because I know for a long time, not for a long time, a couple of years there, they did a lot of like stand up stuff.
Oh yeah.
They did a lot of that. If they would have focused on that, focused on like smaller films or like stuff they could have like spend less money and maybe got more fans with it, stuff like that. But again, as much as
Yeah.
I love Bright, that was a waste of money. That didn't do anything for them.
Yeah.
A lot of these big
No,
films,
exactly.
was it like six underground or something like that, like Reynolds and Michael Bay, just spending all this big budget on these movies that are gonna do nothing for them. So,
Yeah.
but I
I
don't know.
mean, it's like they're trying to get names that
Sure.
are good content, and it's a hard balance, I'm sure. Because you could have something that's really, really good,
Hmm.
and it's just if there's no name, like if there's zero name behind it, it's really gonna struggle. No
Right.
matter how good it is, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I guess that's why they pay certain
Name
people the big
somewhere,
bucks.
and then now you gotta cut corners somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hard.
Yeah, man. It's weird. There's
I
I don't
wonder if
know.
there's still here. Like I don't really pay attention to all that. Like what's the most popular service or who has the most
Yeah.
subscribers and all that. But I wonder how they're doing because I think they're going up again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going up again.
Yep. So is Amazon.
Something maybe like
Yeah.
20
Amazon. Yeah. Uh
two and uh,
yeah. I don't know. We'll see how streaming stuff works out because at
yeah,
this
it's
at this
getting to the
point,
point where you're almost paying cable prices because if
yeah,
you have
yeah.
10 services, you're paying like I don't know $100.
Yeah, and because like I don't like out of the main ones, I rarely use Hulu anymore. Like on occasions I'll watch it, but I don't know. Like Hulu just doesn't appeal to me most of the time. HBO, Netflix, and Prime is what I mainly use, and then on the side I'll use like um Shutter when I need my horror fix.
Damn, are you still paying for Shutter?
Yeah, yeah, still
Oh,
paying for it.
Wow.
not that shit. It's just
It's
I
because I
just don't
love you,
want that.
Shutter. Sponsor us. I love you. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Streaming is a crazy world still.
Yeah, but yeah,
Damn. Um. So yeah, to kind of close up on that segment, Disney got the rights back to the street level guys that we love most of them, and Danny Rand can go sit in a corner by himself. And
And he
then
go do floating palm technique on his ass.
Last piece of news, real quick. I just kind of want to touch on it real quick. I think it might have potential. Amazon is working on a live action Blade Runner 2029 TV show from Ridley Scott. So far, what we know is that the show will reportedly be will be set 50 years after the events of Blade Runner 2049. Hence Blade Runner 2099.
50 years. Okay.
Yeah, 50 years after that. So if you didn't watch all the couple of short films that came out before the movie came out, you might be a little lost in some stuff. Or even if you didn't watch the original film and the sequel. But this is some hard sci-fi stuff. Definitely, I think if done right, and if Amazon gives them a decent budget, I don't think it needs to be like astronomical for it to look good, as long as they know what they're doing. They can compensate on that side, and then they're going to need some top-notch writers on it to really make it feel, different and special. As much as I love like fun sci-fi, every now and then I do like a good hard sci-fi story, and like a really, like a quote unquote down to earth, or like soon to be Earth in the future story.
Something that's like trying to tackle a big like a meaty subject, something.
Yeah.
Kind of like, Blade Runner does. Ridley's been keeping extremely busy for an older film. I mean, that dude has he has that HBO show. He did the Night movie, The Last Duel, rather.
Yeah. Still going. Still going strong.
Yeah. And he's bitter towards the stuff that's popular because he's watching what I do.
Yeah. Like those dead millennials. My movie didn't make it because of you.
Real cheap bastard. Took away from the Night movie. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man.
He's like, so sorry.
Really, I am.
Oh shit. But yeah, the general concept.
Something I would watch over End of Watch, not to take away from End of Watch. Just saying, like, sci-fi is gonna always kind of win for me.
Sure.
So, yeah, you said Amazon, right? And have they started anything? Like, when is it?
They're in pre-production and stuff, but the nothing set in stone yet. They're getting all their P's and Q's crossed, the I's dotted and T's crossed. But it's moving. I don't really know a lot of Ridley Scott stuff that doesn't make it through in some way, shape, or form. I could be wrong. I don't know, but so
he has no trouble getting stuff greenlit.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna happen. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we shall see. That's it for my news. Do you guys got anything else for us today?
Nope, I'm good.
No, I do not.
Sounds good to me. So with that, we'll move into the meat and potatoes, our nerd outs. Who would like to go first?
Me.
Nope.
All right.
Mainly because I didn't do much, but
okay.
I've been keeping up with my shows, my weekly soaps, and
Lucky.
and all that.
Mm.
So it's kind of nice having a weekly show to come back to.
Sure.
Even though it does suck sometimes when it was so good and you just can't wait, or you just suck that you can't, like, you're just kind of sitting there like Pablo Castro, like on his bench with his fat belly sticking out. You're like, damn it, what am I going to do with my life for the next week?
See Pablo Castro.
Or whatever the fuck.
That's funny. You mixed up two guys that are basically the same, but yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I was kind of sitting like that, but it's the same three shows for me. Gemstone.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding, or not reminding, but like showing me that it's on Sundays, because
yeah,
I believe it was like a Monday. Now, but yeah. So,
yeah.
Like that. Good time. Yeah, I like it because I don't typically watch comedy, and so this is always good for me because I like upbeat and everything. So then, yeah, I'm enjoying that show. And then Peacemaker. I'm actually fully caught up. I'm on the
Nice.
last episode. I think the next one is the last one.
Oh.
And man, it's been so good. So
Mhm.
this latest one, I will not spoil anything, but a lot of things happened, like a lot of developments, a lot of good stuff, and I'm just continually surprised by this show. So right now it's sitting at a 8.5 maybe for me, like
Ooh.
higher depending on how they end it.
Sure.
The gun is just killing it, so
Yeah.
love it. Like really, really love it. And it's kind of nice because it's about characters I know nothing about,
Mm.
which is sometimes rare for me because I've usually either heard of them or seen them or something.
Right. Some way, shape, or form.
And it's nice to come into something like this with no baggage because obviously you guys know that when we go see Spider-Man or Batman, we have such baggage that it's sometimes hard to enjoy it for what it is.
Mhm.
But it is so great. I really love this show. And then I've been trying to keep up with Vox Machina,
Oh yes.
which is a Critical Role animated show. And if you enjoyed Invincible, you will like this. It's very much the same style. It's humorous and it's nice quality of action, and it's more adult oriented.
Man, I tried to put that on, but I don't know why
It
I
couldn't
didn't
get.
really grab it.
Yeah, I mean, Invincible is it's another beast, but this is to me, I like this a lot, and I'm glad they're doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm only on episode 4-ish, and I think they've released 7 already.
Oh boy.
So it's every Friday, I think. And I'm actually not sure how many are in this season, but anyway, those 3 shows, I like being able to catch up with them every week, and it's something to keep going with rather than like, let's say I blew through all 3 shows in the span of a week,
Right.
Mhm.
and I'd be like, great, now I have nothing, and I keep trying to find something and I can't. So I'm liking the weekly uh, pace, I guess you could say.
Nice.
And that's it. That is it.
That is it.
I didn't or play any games or anything like that.
That's fair. Let's see here. The gemstones for you so far, has it been as good as the first season, or maybe not as good, or do you like it just as good?
Um, at first I didn't think it was as good.
Uh,
It was it was because of the lack of a clear path
yeah.
to the show, in my opinion. Whereas season 1, like immediately, it was you knew what was happening and what the problem is and what they need to solve.
Right.
And in season 2, I didn't really understand, I guess, but I was still enjoying it just 'cause it's fun and it's funny. I love all the actors, so I didn't really care. It didn't bother me. Um, but now it's getting there. I mean, a while back, like maybe 3 episodes ago, it was showing his hand a little bit more and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm still on season. No, I'm not season. I'm on episode 3 of Gemstones still. Um. Just about to start 4 soon. And the way that I think the second episode ends, or maybe the third one, really had me intrigued. And where I'm like, wow, that kind of it didn't resolve itself, but wow, that took a left turn real fast. um. And I'm very
yeah,
interested to see where it goes because obviously all the kids are a bunch of dickheads and they now they're just jockeying for power and like and I brought it up last week, but it is crazy insane how like it's I don't know if it's a satire is the right word or like whatever, but it feels funny and hysterical, but at the same time it just feels a little too real. At times, it's like, oh god,
oh okay.
this is a real thing. This shit actually happens.
Oh
um,
right. Yeah, yeah. It kind of gets not. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Or it's like, oh yeah, there's like a real side to this.
yeah, it's like, oh
Oh, that
boy.
makes
So, but no, yeah. So I'm excited to go with it more. I'm trying to space out episodes too. Just maybe watch a couple episodes here, and then go to a different show, watch a couple episodes. So I'm bouncing around. So I'm not quite caught up yet, but so far I'm enjoying it. It is funny. It is
Oh
still
yeah,
funny.
absolutely. Good stuff.
Oh yeah. So I guess since I was asking you a question, let's jump into my nerd outs here.
Yeah.
So I decided to, because I completely forgot when it came out. I decided to catch up on season 5 of Rick and Morty on HBO Max.
That's funny because I put that on the other night, but I
Yeah.
didn't finish watching it. But that's funny that you put that on.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? It was like did I miss a season? And I completely forgot that the first episode was like free on YouTube or something like that. And we watched it, and that episode is still really good.
It was.
So season 5 is much better in my opinion than the last season. Because especially like the end of the third season and the majority of the fourth season, it was becoming a little too nihilistic and too
Yes.
mean spirited for my taste, where it's just like everything sucks. You mean nothing. I hope you die and goodbye.
Yes.
It's like
Very
Jesus.
depressive and so I was like,
Yeah,
no. Like there was a lot of those tones, yeah.
yeah. And this one, it's more character driven in ways where we learn more about Rick and the way his mind works and him having to deal with some stuff and having to actually confront the fact that he is a piece of shit asshole, and not ironically, but just because he's a piece of shit. And the episodes are creative as hell this season. They were fantastic. They were really cool. And there's always that one weird episode that's just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what were you smoking? And this one has it. But
That doesn't make sense or something.
yeah, or it's just.
Did you watch it, Frank?
I've only seen like 2, I think. So I completely forgot. And then I did see HBO was like just added, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I put it on my list, but I didn't do it.
Yeah. So this one I definitely say give someone watch the rest of the season, because like I said, it just it feels like either someone told them to, hey, cut it out and kind of like change a little bit, or they kind of like, hey, we have a new lease on thinking and we're gonna be more creative with the stories that we tell. Because I had a lot of fun and I was laughing out loud more than I did on the season half ago. That this was really good. Morty is definitely getting not always, but in majority of the season he like gets his balls back like a bit. It's like, Rick, you're an asshole. That you always know you're an asshole, right? And like, yes, speak up. You deserve this.
Yeah, tell your grandpa to fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. So, it is great. I was very happy to see it back, because I don't mind it to get dark and nihilistic every now and then, but when you do that for 10 episodes in a row,
Yeah, man.
or like, almost like 13, 14 episodes in a row, it was like, okay, I get it. You're a miserable bastard, but Jesus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a lot. I was like, man, dude, he's really leaning into this. I was like, you gotta calm the fuck down, bro.
Yeah, I think that's why it took me so long to get back into like the season. Cause like, oh, I don't want to be depressed right now.
Which one was the season where the evil Morty, like, and then there was this crazy song playing, and it was a really epic ending to the season.
Yeah,
that was epic, dude. I remember all three were like, oh my god, dude.
Oh well, definitely want to watch this season then.
Yeah.
I love that arc. Even though it takes like 5 seasons, it's a great little arc. I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. Mr. Nimbus. He controls the police. I'll tell you. So, watch it. It's fun. It's really good. I don't want to give away any episodes. I think that kind of like the going into it fresh and like that shocking, like, oh shit, this is weird, helps a lot. So definitely check it out. If you're kind of like in the way me and Frank were thinking of like, the show is getting too sad, it gets really good this season. It is really fun. Kind of back to basics in a way. So definitely check that out. What else did I do? What else did I do? Not much else. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so I watched the first 2 episodes of Reacher on Amazon.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. Actually, the first 2 seasons, the first 2 episodes are really good so far. There's a really cool mystery going on. You don't know what's up.
Watch it cold, like if you know nothing about this.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. If you go in cold, you're completely fine. You don't really need to know anything about it. You don't have to read the books or nothing. Just know that.
Thing, this guy was like what they were picturing from reading the books, not like Tom.
Yeah. So in the book, I read 1 or 2 of the books, and in the book he is described as like a 6'2", 6'4", blonde hair, big, muscular, kind of like.
You're like, I know, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Tom Cruise was a big fan of the book and goes, well, I can have the attitude. I don't have the size, but I have the attitude. And I do enjoy those movies. Even part 2, even though I know it's a little more generic, but I still like both of them. This one, the main actor, I forget his name, but I'm a fan of him because he was in one of my favorite shows, Blue Mountain State. He was Thad Castle in that series. He's really good at comedy. He's hysterical. So I was a little hesitant at first to watch it because I'm like, can you pull this off a little bit? And he does. He's really good at it. I think in real life he's like 6'2", and in this show they shoot him like a fucking giant. The man looks terrifyingly scary. Like if you saw him in a bar and he says, "I'm gonna kick your ass," just
you're getting your ass kicked.
Just can I buy you a beer first or something? Just don't hit me that hard, please. He's really good at it. And he's definitely that type of guy and character that's like he knows everything because he knows it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's very cold and calculated, but in his in the way he responds to things, he is really funny and witty. He's pretty good. The action is solid. It's not like an over the top like action fight scenes, but you're gonna see there's some blood and gore, and you some feet and ankles getting broken. In the second episode, it's not. I don't know. I guess I'm desensitized when it comes to like TV stuff, like violence. But there is a murder scene that shows up. They're like, damn, this show is not gonna pull punches. So so be prepared for that because the show swear words and blood and people fighting and dead bodies. And you see them clear as day. That kind of stuff. It's pretty good. Fun fact, a little bonus news. Amazon greenlit season 2 for the show already. I think this is one of their. It's currently their top viewed show on Amazon Prime. It did really well for them. So they said, let's give it a season 2.
It's got high ratings. I mean, I think I'm gonna check it out now when I get done.
Yeah, check it out. It feels like a TV show, but not in a bad way. We've been kind of spoiled with like Amazon and Netflix. I mean, Disney Plus and Netflix giving them big budgets and all that kind of stuff. This one, it feels stripped down, but like again, like in a really good way. It's not cheesy. It's not bad. It's just like, yeah, fights are not going to last for like 2 hours. Like they come in, they beat the shit out of each other, and fight's over. And the dialogue is good. It's actually really good. The banter between the main characters is fun, and all that kind of stuff. So far, just in these 2 episodes, you learn a lot about the characters and kind of how the world's going to work, and the mystery that starts to unravel here. I think there's like 7 or 8 episodes total. So, and I think each episode is about maybe 40-50 minutes long each. About so.
All right. You get a lot of content then.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff. It's really good. I definitely recommend that. 100%.
Cool.
And yes, please do. What else am I getting to? Oh, I'm getting back into my trash TV. The trash TV that I love to watch is The Challenge, or
nice.
MTV's The Challenge. God, I love that show. It's so trashy. I love it so much. For those who don't know what the challenge is, basically, these people from the real world or now on MTV, more like they're like what the fuck are they called? Not sitcoms. Oh my goodness.
Reality or
Thank you. Reality TV shows. I'm
Mhm.
so disconnected from that.
I know.
They bring contestants from those shows and they put them on the challenge. The challenge is could be a team versus team, individuals, duos, whatever, but they're competing for cash. So they got to do these physical challenges, obstacle courses, puzzles, quick quiz game stuff. But you put these people who have a bunch of egos and they clash, and it's really fun to watch. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fights, a lot of screaming and arguing, a lot of the weirdest conversation, the weirdest arguments you'll have, but it's just such good. It's good shit. I love it's delicious.
Yeah, but it's good shit.
Yes, that's good shit.
It's hors d'oeuvre shit.
Yes. I like no joke. I watched since season one. I watched that for like years and years. Stopped watching that after I cut the cable, but uh, I found some stuff on YouTube, some like the highlights and best stuff, and this and that, and I've been able to find a couple seasons here and there that are kind of hard to find. I know Paramount Plus has a majority, if not all of them. I'm very tempted to get Paramount Plus for a month or something like that, but I'm gonna wait
Oh
because
my
Halo's
God.
Just a
coming.
free trial or
Yeah,
something.
because Halo's coming, so I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna wait a little bit, but when Halo comes out, I'll just say, oh, I get to watch Halo and the challenge now. Sweet. uh, yeah, so that's been really fun to kind of watch, and it's one of those things where like, could I do that? I think I could do that. Would I do it well? I don't know, but it'd be really cool to kind of do those challenges that they do, like jumping from like you're on two moving trucks, you gotta jump back and forth, or again, like I said, do an obstacle course, and then you gotta do a puzzle and just all this crazy stuff. It's fun to do. Um, it's one of those things like, I always like try it once, just once. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
So
mainly the arguments and the stupid conversations that's entertaining.
yeah, I
Well,
mean
I mean,
the whole thing in general, like the game, the competition, the politicking, the backstabbing, the I thought you're my friend, fuck you, bitch. It's like this is all just good shit. Just fun to watch, man.
okay. Yeah.
So I can't brag on too much of people who like to watch what is it the Bachelor, Bachelorette, or the Jersey Shore stuff. Still, I get it. Like I have my trash TV and I get it. But so
Like,
just kind of fun to kind of get back into that again, because like I said, I think I can't remember. I think the first season came out like late '90s, so something like that, and I watched religiously up until about 2016, 2017. I watched like every season, and it was so I was devoted for a long time. So
it's devotion.
yeah, so it was fun to watch, and then like the best of list. I'm like, oh shit, I remember those people, or the season was great. It was fun. So it's just fun to kind of get back in that again. That happens every now and then where I forget about it, then like someone reminds me, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta start watching it again. So, but those are my nerd outs of the week. Not too much going on, but some good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll toss it over to Manny for his nerd outs.
Yeah, so I don't really have too many. I'm still watching How I Met Your Mother. I'm actually just watched some of the episode of How I Met Your Father, and it doesn't have the same feel to it, man. Like I am pretty deep into How I Met Your Mother now because we just have it playing in the background.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there's not enough fun, whimsical side storytelling. It's all like the same story. Like it's all following um, Hilary Duff's character, who's the main character, and then doesn't really branch off too much.
Oh, okay.
So it's too serious. Where How I Met Your Mother was just fun and had its serious moments, but then it was super funny. Like it doesn't have a Marshall and it doesn't have a Barney, which kind of sucks and it's hurting the show. It has like a hybrid of them. But it is what it is. I'm gonna continue watching it and see how far it goes because I have been waiting for the spinoff. Other than that, I haven't really done much. I mean, my main nerd out is going to be the Pokemon game that I beat, and now I'm just doing like the side missions or the after the main story line, like the post game, I guess.
Yeah.
That's another like 30 hours. But I'm having fun with it. I think you guys both got it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. No one's played it yet because Frank is holding Sonny's copy hostage, and but it's fun. It's going into the game, into the land, and trying to find all the different kinds, and then the story is somewhat okay. It's fine. Like it got a little repetitious.
Mm.
I don't know if that's a word, but we're gonna keep it.
Okay.
But it's fun. Like I can't wait for the next input of the series with it. So I'm excited that you guys get to play it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna skip it, but yeah, you sold me.
Yeah, it was that picture, huh?
Oh, and then obviously the sale. That just pushed me over the edge. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
can't say no. It's like almost $20 off. I was like,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah. Good deal.
dude, this doesn't really come along. So.
No.
That for Pokemon games or any kind
and
of
Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys
it's very
love-
hard.
It'll be 60 for the next 10 years if it was up to
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yep.
So
And it will be.
it will.
Other than that, nothing really. Unfortunately, my Xbox and my PlayStation have been kind of taking a dust nap. I have to really start Halo.
Like you traitorous.
No, it's funny because I have the Switch upstairs,
Oh,
so it's kind of next to the TV. So
Yeah.
just in case, like Violet wants to play Mario Kart, we could play it.
Oh,
Or when we get to play Mario Party, that's gonna be even more fun. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could play a little bit more, but I just don't.
will her parents play like Mario Kart too?
I gotta buy more controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It
The
kinda
good
weird
thing
to think.
is, the good thing is you
buy
buy
one
one
Yeah.
set, you get
Mhm.
2 more controllers. So
And just
Oh,
buy
nice.
wheels or something. Those are like $10 for two.
which ones?
You could buy some wheels for them if you wanted, but I mean you don't have to. But it makes
Yeah.
it easier.
I got 2 wheels down here. Maybe if I could find Joy-Cons on sale. Maybe.
Or Mario Party, you have that now.
I have Mario Party. I have Mario Kart. Violet and I play Mario Kart here and there.
I used to love Mario Party, but I heard the latest one sucks because it wasn't that great. Like
No, I heard the latest one is actually the best. The one before this one sucked.
Yeah, before this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many are there now? Like 20?
Oh, I don't know. We're just talking about like
I guess the
Switch.
Switch ones. The Switch
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
gotcha.
one the people were saying they were really annoyed. I was gonna buy it because I figured the kids would like play like
Right.
the mini games and stuff. I used to love them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't there one where you're like on ice and you're trying to knock each other off the ice or
Yeah.
fun stuff? Like,
Yeah.
I heard it was so bad, I like forget it.
Oh.
But this
Yeah.
latest, yeah, who knows? I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't even know it was coming out.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing.
But I don't know how long this sale goes, but if you happen to hear this on Sunday or something, there is buy two get one on board games and video games on Target. I just don't know how long it lasts, so good luck to you. Maybe you already heard about it, or maybe I will catch you in time.
Yeah, hopefully. Sorry, we come on Sundays.
Sorry.
I doubt that this game, or I'm sorry, this deal is gonna go on till
Not for too long, right?
till
And
Sunday.
it says actually expires February 12th. So yeah, tomorrow. It's over tomorrow.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? Oh, Saturday it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just forget what I said.
Maybe we'll put a link or something in Facebook or Instagram tonight just to give you a fighting chance.
Goofy.
So we will see. No promises. Well, I guess you'll know when this comes out. Yeah. So that's cool, man. Anything else for us? You got or
Nope.
right?
Nope. I got nothing else.
Cool. Cool frijoles. I'm on a weird tangent. Just when people bring things up, it's funny to think of like needing controllers again for like people. It's like, oh, I have family and kids now. I need to buy those. I forgot what it's like to have more than one or two in the house, just because you don't really need them anymore.
I don't know. Like people ask, and then I'm like, I don't have enough controllers, and
Yeah,
then it's like, man, I should buy controllers, but then they don't ask again for like 6 months. I'm like,
yeah.
man, I'm not gonna buy that.
Yeah, man. It's like the
Money.
the days of like the split screen sharing have been over for a long time. Before you needed it was either you got to bring your own or you better have 4 or 5 on hand just in case. All the cousins or friends just come through. You want to play some Mario Kart or GoldenEye, but
Oh yeah, man.
not no more.
Or no
No,
mercy.
yeah,
Right.
no mercy. Yeah, hell yeah. She,
Love that.
good times.
Yes.
Or some bloody roar. That'd be fun.
Man, the game's great.
It'd be fun to play right now. But 'tis the past, and we shall look into the future of metaverse and depression and sadness because we'll live on the digital age. Blade Runner, 2023. Huh?
You're gonna melt.
Um,
Mm.
so, trying to think here. If we had anything else? We had anything else I wanted to bring up real quick, or anything else we wanted to talk about? Oh, Super Bowl Sunday. We're coming out Super Bowl Sunday. I guess real quick for any nerds out there, like anyone else that's into sports, real quick. Got the Rams and the Bengals going at it for the Super Bowl.
The who?
The Bengals.
Say it one more time.
The Bengals.
Is that Bengals?
It is Bengals. I forgot what TV announcer or what analyst would always call them the Bengals. He never said the Bengals. He can never say Bengals. He always said the Bengals. So after that, I'm like, it's the Bengals.
Pringles.
All right.
You're thinking about Pringles. The Bengals.
Yeah.
I want some Pringles. I think it'll be a fun game. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I would like Matthew Stafford to get his ring after suffering all those times in Detroit. Cause man, sorry for being, cause I'm sure he was a quarterback when they went 0-17 that year, and the only team in history to do that, as far as I can remember. It's pretty depressing. So he's on a good team now. I don't know if this is his year. We're gonna find out in a couple of days here. But if I had any stake in it, it would be for him to get his ring. But the Bengals are looking really good. Of course, it's Super Bowl. The ads, trailers are going to be there. I don't know. If there's going to be any surprises because a lot of the big Marvel and DC are well, DC mainly, and the Jurassic Park trailer's out already, and DC dropped their like hero trailer or already. I don't know if they'll have extra stuff on Super Bowl, but we're starting to get that kind of stuff, and I think Lord of the Rings either had like a trailer come out or like a teaser trailer for their show.
Yeah,
so something like that already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that there'll be a surprise somewhere. There usually is something someone's holding out on. I again, I know Frank sports. He goes sports. What is the sport? But if you had to just pick off of a ram or a Bengal, who would you pick to win?
A ram or a Bengal?
Ram.
Good choice.
He's gonna crack some ribs and smash the little Bengal down to the ground.
I love it.
He's gonna go rah, rah, try to scratch him. He's like, "Fuck out of here!" and smash you with my big ass ram horn.
I should have you talk about sports more.
There we go.
Shit.
That's more fun for me to just think about the animals behind this. Hey, what if they fought?
Who would win more, a bear or a falcon? You tell me.
Probably the Bears.
Nice.
I don't know.
How about you, Manny? Do you make any bets this year, or anything you got a dog in this fight?
No, not really.
No
No,
dog.
I just want a good game.
Yeah.
I just want a good game. If I would have to pick, I would probably pick. I would say Rams, but the Bengals have really been. I've been liking their kind of like swag stuff. So
Yeah.
I just want a good game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Nothing worse than a boring ass Super Bowl. So, any predictions on the trailers or
Oh, I was about to say
stuff like
score 34-20 Bengals.
34-20.
Bengals. 34-20 Bengals.
That's a good score. That's good.
I'm gonna say that right now. 34-20
20.
Bengals.
Nice. Oh, you're here late, folks. 3 on a Sunday. We are officially calling Super Bowl. But for the nerd side now, I guess you think we'll get like a surprise trailer or a drop of something, and maybe where it's teased at or hinted at, but maybe we didn't know about or didn't even know coming out.
I think we'll get a Doctor Strange.
Okay.
We're gonna get a DC of sorts. We're gonna get Jurassic World, and that's all I care about.
Fair enough. How about you, Frank? You got
I can see a Mando season 3 trailer as well.
That would be. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I was
That'd be
gonna say
very nice.
maybe something Disney Plus.
Maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Chingone.
Yeah. I feel like maybe a extended Moon Knight trailer, maybe, or some Moon Knight-ish from Marvel. Some we haven't seen yet. We might even get what was She-Hulk, maybe. See that? I don't know. Maybe.
I can see that.
I can see that
Yeah,
too.
something Disney Plus.
Yeah. Then DC side, I've already seen their superhero thing. I saw the trailer for Jurassic World already. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I think you guys decided not to watch it. So I'll be vague as I can, but it does look interesting. Does look epic to kind of finish off the new trilogy of films. Is it trilogies? Yeah, trilogy. Yeah, there's only
trilogy.
Yeah, okay. I for some reason I thought there was like this is the fourth one of the new ones. Looks good. Definitely bringing the old band back together, but that was already kind of known for a while. The the one thing we'll say is I like how they're like, oh, the dinosaurs can't cohabit with humans. No shit, Sherlock. You should have never done what you did at the end of the movie, you dum dums. I don't know what you were thinking, but I guess we needed a movie. So, that was kind of pissed me off. That ending of what was it? I think
the previous one, the
second one, Dominion. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
The movie was not fun for me.
It had moments, but yeah, I don't know. It for me it fell short as well. But the ending was like that's so stupid. But we needed something to kind of kick out the third one. The third one does look better overall. Definitely feels more epic in scope and size and everything. So I'm not thrilled or excited just because the last one kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But I am intrigued, and I've come this far. I've seen every movie. I'm gonna finish it off without question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it regardless.
The second one, like we used the same characters as the first one for no good reason, and they were not interesting to me in that context of the second movie. So I was like, that was part of it, I think, and then I don't know. Yeah.
No, it's fair.
I like the second one. Super sad, but I actually like it.
Yeah, I remember just being sad at the beginning. I was like, man, stop calling me out.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if you guys haven't, if you guys out there who listen haven't watched the trailer, if you choose to, please watch it. Go to our Instagram page or Facebook. Let us know what you thought about it if you did see it. I will reply to you since I'm the only one that saw it, and we'll kind of have a little conversation if you wish. I did post something on Instagram about the trailer, so you can go to that latest post for that. But besides that, I think that's everything. We should again, spoiler guys. We'll be talking about the final episode, maybe season, maybe series. I don't know, of the book of Boba Fett. In real short here, so we'll give you a couple seconds to log off, whatever you gotta do. If you choose to stay with us, just pause it, watch it, come back. You can listen to our conversation, or if you're gonna cut it off here, we'll see you guys next week. I don't think anything's coming out nerd wise for us to spoil or talk about week to week for at least a little bit, a couple for a little bit here. Um, we'll come up with something. In worst case, we'll just do nerd outs and news, but we will be here. So find us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, all that good stuff. Three Nerds on a Sunday. And follow us, like us, share us, all that kind of stuff. And Shutter, I'm never gonna stop. Sponsor us at least once. I don't care, just once. That's all I ask. Until then, guys, thank you for listening to the episode. We will catch you next time. Bye bye. I think all the losers are in the room. No, just kidding. Yeah, because we are gonna talk about some Boba Fett, and he actually shows up in his own series. Who knew?
It's actually kind of a badass.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I was looking for. Again, like it would have been nice to see him be a cutthroat bastard, but just do action shit. Like be Boba Fett. Just a little bit. And we'll get into that a little bit here. But overall, what did you guys really like it? Did you love it? Did you enjoy it? Was it fun?
Oh, it was very enjoyable. I was expecting more of like a bomb to drop at some point, story wise.
Yeah.
Nothing was surprising and no real bomb, just kind of a lot of action, which is not a bad thing. It's just I thought there would be some kind of big thing about the story, but at the same time, I'm okay with it because I don't need everything to be like that. So
Sure.
Okay, I'm fine. I enjoyed it.
Good. How about you, Manny? What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did. I felt like I was looking for spots not to like, and then something happened right after, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like it.
Yep. Same here.
No, that kind of sums it up overall. I think really well from both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing our I think in the normal, we'll go through the episodes step by step. We'll just kind of talk about scenes because this was basically just one big fight scene at a certain point, which they were kind of again they were teasing war throughout the whole series, and we have to get ready and Bamfa's kind of ready like a Bamfa. So we'll just talk about more like.
Believe that Bamfa.
We'll talk about more stuff in general and kind of like scenes and stuff that we really enjoyed because again it is just pure. It was basically pure action episode. So,
I was happy when the Power Rangers were dying. Yes, kill another one.
It's
smash their bike too.
It's weird because like. I mean, I can like if they showed up on the like on a different like casino planet or some kind of like or the Halo ring where they show up and like stays and they go, hey, come join us over here in Tatooine to do this fight, whatever, we'll pay you. That would have made more sense, but it just feels so out of place on Tatooine.
Yeah,
it's just like, are you sure you're on the right planet? You should probably leave. You don't belong here. Yeah, take
look like you're from Ryan Johnson's universe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that.
Fuck you, Ryan Johnson. You could take a Thundercat which too, even though he makes good music, you could take him too. Yeah. Um, that was interesting to see them kind of like fuck your bike, fuck your people, you die. We're gonna ruin your bike.
I
um,
think there was a lot of dumb decisions, like
sure.
for characters that are supposed to be smart or like have done bounty hunting for decades.
Hmm.
Mm.
They do stupid shit, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? Like, I get that you have Mandalorian armor, but why would you stand in the middle of a fucking street and get shot by 20 guys? Like,
Yeah.
things like that were annoying. Like, and then their big plan was like, okay, I'm gonna put one lone Wookiee on one far side of the city, and then I'm gonna put these two pigs over here on the other side of the city by themselves. It's just I know I get that he didn't have anything to work with.
I
I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean,
What else can he have done? I mean, he only had 5 dudes to defend the whole city. What could he do?
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean,
Eyes. I guess that's all he could do. But
yeah.
wouldn't you think? I mean, put Fennec in the ship, maybe like at least have the air support or something. I don't know. Like,
Well, for budgetary reasons, we can do that because of another scene.
uh,
But
and for
um, but
reasons,
I
the child gets thrown into the back seat and flown to the planet. Luke's like, you know what? Fuck you. You don't want my legendary
uh,
lightsaber? Get the fuck out. R2 takes his little asshole back to his dad. Get him the fuck out.
he's like, you don't want this sword? Well, fuck you, get out of here. It's like,
Guys,
damn, Luke, you a mean bastard.
send his ass with R2. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't even take him. He's
yeah.
like, nah, Artie,
Yeah.
go.
He
Yep.
puts him in. He basically just put him in a taxi. Said, get him out of here. Uber, take him home, please. Fuck him. I don't want him. He ain't my problem. But
Yeah, but no, there were stupid scenes that I
sure.
didn't agree with at all. Like I guess, like I was saying, why would a bounty hunter who is so smart do something like that, or why would this happen or that? But I mean, I did really enjoy it. I was smiling a lot, and I even
Yeah.
rewound it sometimes, took screenshots.
Hmm.
That's pretty rare for me uh, to do something like that, even if I'm
Hmm.
really enjoying the show.
Yeah.
There were so many cool things like that I just never knew I needed. Grogu sleeping with the Rancor, and I
Hmm.
mean, I'm happy that the Rancor paid off. They really, I mean, it looks great, man. And it's
uh,
like
that Rancor scene was wizard.
oh
Tell
yeah,
you.
man. I
Tell you.
love like when they start working together, like the Rancor realizes that Boba's on his back, and he like lifts the guy up
Hmm.
above his head,
Yeah.
and,
Hmm.
and then and then he, it was so cool. It was awesome. And then it was kind of cool because I started to realize that they kind of like they kind of amped the Rancor up, so now he can't stop. Now
Yeah.
he's like so amped up and so pissed off and stuff that he just wants to keep fighting.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we can just let freaking Hulk or something loose. Now you got to deal with him too.
Yeah. Um, there was a lot of good moments in here. Um, it wasn't a surprise to anyone, but uh, the idea before they got jumped was obviously to be like scouts, to like, hey, we can let you know when they're making their way, whatever. And no, they're shocked, but no one watching was shocked that the three other houses or tribes or whatever they call themselves, I forgot, decided to turn on them and join the Pikes. No surprise to us, but a surprise to them, because Tatooine's known for honor and respect. Um,
Just so.
so in that sense, I can again give a little leeway, not much, just a little bit. I'll be like, well, they weren't necessarily anticipating that they thought the treaty would stand as is, and it would just be them against the Pikes, and because
Yeah.
people, they're like, okay, so we just gotta try to be smart about it and negotiate and kind of navigate, and they're like, oh no, it's the ambush, and the piggies, those poor piggies,
Oh
they
yeah.
they done
Get
got
thrown
dead.
the hell.
Now, yes, it would have been cool to see them actually do something. I I don't know if it's in the movies or in the comics or what, but they talk up these like these pig people. I forgot their names as these badass guys. I'm like, I've never seen one of them do anything cool. Like besides the first episode of Boba Fett where they come out of nowhere and like beat those assassins. In no other movie or anywhere else do I see them be badasses. I don't. What good are they for? they are useless. they're
Maybe-
they're they're loyal, but they're useless.
Maybe they have fallen from grace somehow. Like they were badass, and now they're just a bunch of losers.
I guess. I mean, I was hoping that they would get like a badass, like, or if they like died fighting, like they took those guys like off the ledge with them. I thought that would have been cool, but instead they just like poke,
Yeah.
but that would have been cool to see. But I don't know. I'm gonna miss them. They were just kind of cool. They're like
Yeah, they were cool.
they were the cool bros. They would like never turn on you, but they would die for you. So it's just cool. The Rancor scene again, the wizard, that was awesome. It looked fantastic. When they first showed him, him coming over the building, and then you see Fett on top of him riding him. That was beautiful, beautiful. Looked fantastic, and I'm glad that they actually put the money into this episode to make it look good. Because the Rancor, fantastic. The
like he, him and the machines. He saw them a lot, and they all always looked good.
Yes, yeah. I know it's based off of clone technology. I don't know if these were actually from the Clone Wars or they just kind of based it off of them. But the robots were cool too. They were very cool. I don't know if this again with Legends and the comics and a lot of stuff being erased, and they're slowly putting it back into the show. I don't know if they're canon somewhere else or were canon, but they were really cool. They were really cool robots. They were shitty aim, but I'm assuming that they were built by the Empire, so they never learned how to shoot straight, which is cool.
What's cool is that like they kind of knew the weaknesses because they knew they could kind of just track them, and they were more agile than them, so they could kind of walk around them a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, everybody kind of got their time to shine a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel that way. It felt like everyone got a little piece of the episode.
Yeah. It had a little like something to do. At least that was like memorable or kind of cool. Black Satin. Like,
I mean, why couldn't you do that before?
Yeah, that again, I think at least a bigger issue, but like everyone has that moment or cool scene, or even Satin. For me, they try to build him up as this guy like he's getting shot like 20, 30 times and still living. There was that cool scene where like he throws the pikes in the air and just shoots in midair. That was really cool to see. Like he has some really cool moments in there. Even the Turbo Force had their couple of moments here and there. Everyone had it. Grogu, I mean, he steals the show every time. He just such a cute little bastard.
Oh, man.
Mando, great as usual. The little reunion they had, I think, was really touching and nice. Even though they're being chased by a robot.
Like how happy he was that he was there.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I keep saying this, but he's able to convey a lot with no face and monotone reactions because he doesn't really display over like big emotions. Like he's not one of those kind of characters who like screams everything or like you know what I mean. Like he doesn't have to scream or talk to sound tough or anything. You know what I mean? Like he just kind of is able to do it somehow. I don't know. Like a Clint Eastwood kind of thing where he'll say a simple line like "I'm gonna shoot you in the face," and you're just like, "Oh shit, I better."
Yeah.
Like, I'm screwed here. Like take him serious and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, and I know it's not him underneath the helmet all the time. So kudos to his body double or stun double, however you want to phrase it.
Oh, okay.
Because they had to like sync up his voice to the movement of stun double, and they both work really well together. Like it's seamless.
Seamless, yeah. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, again, like he's not underneath the helmet all the time, but when he's not, you really can't tell. It's really cool. So, kudos to those guys as well.
Oh yeah, man. They're the ones that pointed out enough, so we gotta take every opportunity we can
Yeah.
for that.
Cad Bane, still awesome.
Oh yeah,
Dead. But I so if this is your first time seeing him in not just live action, but in general, you might be a little upset that he was killed off in like 2 episodes. But if you know the history and everything, it was cool to see it and to actually play it out live and to see it end in live action. I thought it was really cool. Um, I don't know if that scene is canon yet, but it basically seems to be canon. The fight that they had when Fett was younger, and he had a standoff with Cad Bane. Cad has the plate in his head. We know that they had history.
yeah,
Fett's known him since he was little. Um, so it's all there. The scene is still not technically canon, but we can at this point assume that it is through their interactions and talks and all that.
yeah. When
Cad
he
Bane is
keeps
just awesome, man.
referencing him, like saying he works for the Empire, he knows a lot about him and stuff like. And then Boba says something too. He's like, "I'm not a kid anymore," stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think in that scene that was cut from Clone Wars, or I forgot what I forgot if it was Rebels or Clone Wars. He says, "Here's your final lesson, kid," and then he gives us the same line here. So, canon? I think so. I think it's safe to say at this point, it's canon.
Yeah,
We have to wait for the official word from Dave, but yeah, I think it's canon. That Kaz is the one that put the dent in Bulba's helmet,
right.
and Fett is the one that shot him in the head, and he had to get a plate. So,
It
no, that was cool. So,
was a nice fight too. I mean,
yeah,
where
it
they
was cool.
went at each other, and it was nice to tie together the gaffy stick thing where it just
Mhm.
didn't make it because I had forgotten at this
Yeah.
point. Like we got so distracted by the Mando stuff, and we were like focused on other things, and I had forgotten all about that. And I'm like, oh shit,
Right.
man, it was perfect the way he did that. That's how he was able to win, not with his old way,
Yeah.
but with what he transformed into, I guess. But
Yeah.
I wish Ted was more of a ongoing threat or problem throughout the series. Because I
Well,
mean, I love the way he was antagonizing him and trying
yeah.
to bring up the devil in him. Like he's like, I know it's still in there. And like,
Yeah.
that was
Oh, yeah.
interesting. So, cool.
And but that was always the thing with Cad Bane. Like Cad Bane was always a nuisance because someone hired him to do a job, and that's his whole crux of his whole arc in all Clone Wars was, go kidnap the Emperor. I need you to go steal this kid. I need you to go do this and that. And he was just such
Yeah,
a pain in the ass that he came
yeah,
off as like the biggest threat ever. But he was just doing a job, and you're getting in his way.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I would have loved to seen him more in live action. He could have easily popped up anywhere else, no problem. But I think for the overall arc between him and Fed, I think it was a nice little ending to it.
yeah,
Is he dead? Maybe. I mean, he doesn't technically have lungs anymore, so maybe he stabbed him in the stomach and he crawled away later. Who knows? Um,
yeah.
no,
Well, to survive getting shot in the head, getting
yeah,
that plate installed, and come back. I mean, I think he's gonna be all right.
yeah,
Sure,
and sure.
you guys didn't. You guys just made me a little bit happy because I thought he was dead.
Oh, yeah,
Well, he was
yeah.
speaking and everything too.
Yeah, and again, like in the world of modding now and all that kind of stuff, it's likely
Yeah,
he could still show up later. Because again, for those who don't know, Cad Bane doesn't have lungs. He decided to have a machine attached to his back, so those hoses that coming out of his cheek is the way he breathes. For two
yeah.
reasons. One, he can now breathe in space. So if he ever gets like shot out of an airplane, he can still breathe. Two, he knows that on occasion that a Jedi can force choke you if he wanted to. So in Cad Bane mind, well, if I don't have lungs, he can't force choke me. So
Well, can he
I'm
just
good,
smash the
brother.
machine? Can he just crush the machine or something?
Yeah. So he was like, haha.
Okay, that one through again, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, try to get him, fuck off. But so yeah, and And for those who don't know, again, he is the number one bounty hunter in the world since Jango Fett died many years ago. So he's been number one for a long time for good reasons. Go watch Clone Wars. You'll see what we're talking about and why he's badass.
Yeah, more people have been asking me about Clone Wars and all that. So I think a lot more people are going to start watching it.
I hope so.
There's so much to watch. I mean, if you really want to get into it, man, I mean, there's so much content.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good stuff. A lot of shit, but a lot of good stuff.
It's my favorite Star Wars anything, honestly. That's the era that I like a lot.
Yeah. It did help that. Yes, 100%. And it helped that there was such a time space between those episode 1, 2, and 3 where there's a lot of room to play with it and kind of grow. It's gonna be like, can they do that with the newest films? I don't know, because from my understanding, just from what the movies play out, I may be over exaggerating, but that shit happens within a span of like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you know, it's you're gonna do a lot of work before the movies and a lot of work after the movies, but you can't do anything between films to kind of fix things. So Manny, what were some of your like favorite moments or like stuff that like stuck out in your mind? Like, oh, that was really cool, or like that wanted.
Any scene that Grogu was in,
Mm-hmm.
especially him knocking out the Rancor.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome. Any scene with Jango and Mando in there fighting, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Rancor, finally that happening.
Yeah, finally.
Like, wait, let me go get my pet.
Yeah.
He ran all the way home.
Bye. Yeah. I think that's it.
He's gonna come with his ship, but then I was like, oh wait a minute, that would be dumb.
I forgot about Danny Trejo.
I will say that Cad Bane was awesome in that. He did look a little weird, but it is what it is. It's live action and it's not always that easy.
Yes.
I'm hoping Cad Bane is still alive because he can't pop up anywhere. I just don't know if he is.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, and again, it is one of those things where like people try to make them like show accurate, but the show never meant to be as accurate. It was always a little more, like cartoonish, I guess, is the best, for lack of a better term, cartoonish. Yeah, thank you. It was always exaggerated to begin with, so I think the transfer to live action worked really well. Sure, you can make them probably a little bit bluer, but at that point, you really need to know like Star Wars lore. Apparently, like Frank brought up, it was either on a show or on a chat. Like his race as they get older, they get like lighter bluish. So it's just one of those small details. But because he's like almost 80, I think, like in this episode, like 70 something, 80 years old. He's still a badass though.
I didn't know about that, his race.
Like humans,
Yeah, because like I think like in Clone Wars, by then he's like 40 maybe, and so like by now he's like 70 something, 80 years old, but he still got it though. Still the fastest gun in the West.
Yeah.
People.
I mean, then what did he like dodge something like the way he rolled? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. And he was so cool. He's such a badass man. And to go back to Boba Fett, because again, it is Boba Fett, and I do want to spend a little time on him. This is his show. This is the kind of stuff I wanted. Again, I would have loved for him to cut someone in half with like a sword or whatever, but just seeing him out there being like, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take out as many as I can with me, using his knee rockets and his little wrist rocket bomb, and just shooting guys left and right, and it was really cool to see. That's the kind of stuff. And Rodriguez, I think, was still the wrong guy to do, unfortunately, to do the series overall, but the action stuff he's great at. He did that great scene in Mando when he first got his armor back. He did this full episode. So he could definitely do fun action, and I think I don't know how it would work, but if him and Bryce Dallas Howard were to team up, like she handles the story arc and all that kind of stuff, and then he comes in for those action scenes, whatever, I think it would be like really cool to see kind of how they can work together. But because there's one thing he's always been good at, in my opinion, is action stuff. He's been really good at that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the action I wasn't annoyed with in this one.
Yeah.
Like things felt fast and they felt high quality and it was, it was good, man. I mean, overall, I was happy.
yeah.
Good time.
Um,
There's stuff they could have done better.
sure. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think for most stuff there that we enjoy, they could
Pretty-
always done something better. But for what we were getting and how everything was going, to kind of end on a really good high note was a good was a good thing. Um,
Yeah.
Again, Rancor scene was amazing. It was kind of like Godzilla versus King Kong. It was just so cool to watch.
Almost.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had a look and feel to it. It was
When he
really
even
cool to
hung off
see.
the tower, kind of like that.
Oh, the tower and the King Kong. That was, yeah. I'm like, you should make a kaiju movie, sir. You would be great at it. But I don't want to say because it's not like they could fix it on the fly, but they try to justify a season where him and Cad Bane are talking like, "You're getting old. You're getting soft in your old age. Oh, don't we all?"
Yeah.
I'm like, no. We didn't get to see you be a badass. You can't pull that line. Shut up. Um,
Right. Not,
small, yeah, like small stuff like that was always annoying. But like Finnick, she didn't have too much to do in this episode, but she is a deadly assassin, and she proved it, and that was awesome.
that was
um,
brutal, dude. The way she hung that dude.
yeah, I was like,
Oh
damn,
my
girl.
God, I was like,
You,
whoa,
you
whoa.
like, hey, whoa. I'm like, yo, like, is this a different show? What happened?
Like, why didn't you do this earlier, woman?
Yeah,
You could have
but
ended this.
a lot sooner. But that was really cool though. Kind of see her like, because again, like, could she have been part of that fight? Oh, easy. But she works better in the shadows and like
Yeah.
in the background working. So that was really cool to see. She's always badass.
I thought it was almost too easy the way she, like, they were very lightly guarded. Like,
Yeah.
they just had two dudes outside and they're like, oh, we're good over here. Like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that could be fair. Yeah. They probably thought, oh, we'll just wipe them out, no problem. Oh my God. Ah. It was kind of funny. It was like, whoops, we were wrong. We were so wrong.
Yeah.
But overall, overall, the series as a whole, I did enjoy it. I I personally can't say that this episode like saved the season and made it like a great amazing show, but it was very enjoyable. I enjoyed the show
Yeah.
overall. The finale just kind of summed up all the summed up what it could have been, but they were able to deliver at the end, and it was really fun. Um, Overall, I'm satisfied with it. Sure, I think they could have done a lot of things different, but for what we got, I think it was done overall pretty well. So maybe a lot less flashbacks, but overall it was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It could have been, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of little things, like the way they handled certain characters or made them appear kind of like buffoons,
Yeah, yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But I mean, I did enjoy the show.
Spending week and complaining about it and trying to fix issues. I think the biggest thing was this was marketed improperly. I think,
Yes, absolutely.
although he does take up the first 3-4 episodes, it stops being a Boba Fett show and turns into like a Star Wars story show. Like
Yeah.
within the last three episodes, we get a Cad Bane, we get Ahsoka, we get Luke, we get Grogu, we get Mando and Boba, and we get all the story setting up other stuff that's going on, and we kind of forgot about the Boba stuff because chapters and books,
Right.
like
Or like shared universe reasons.
yeah, and a lot of these fans, diehard fans, I kind of want to smack them because they're like, well, in the book, I'm like, it's not a literal book, it's a TV show. They just like to use the idea of books. I don't know why. Like chapter 7, Mandalorian
right.
Returns and all that kind of stuff. It sounds cool, but it's not a book. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
And then justifying, well, he's old in his old age. If we don't see him in his prime, as far as I'm concerned, that shit didn't happen. So we don't get
Yeah.
the, what I mean, and like all that kind of stuff. Like people are trying to justify it here and there. I'm not saying, oh, we had to boycott this and that and fix this and that, but if you're gonna give us this older version of him, this more subdued, like grand uncle who can still kick your ass, but he's not gonna kill you type of Boba Fett, we have to have that badass Boba Fett first to give
Yeah.
us some kind of context of where he was, so that story of the Tuscans had more weight to it. But
Yes. You can't
overall,
just, go from falling in a pit to now I'm old and soft.
yeah, yeah.
It's like so jarring,
Yeah, and then especially when minus the Clone Wars stuff in the TV show, you wiped out all the books and comics, leaving a couple things, but that's where Boba Fett became a legend. Again, everyone loves to blame fans, be like, "Oh, our expectations are you did no." There was no the expectations were there because there was material already made on him.
Yes.
Disney decided to make it not canon, so now it's up to them to give us new canon, and
Mhm.
they didn't do it. You gotta
Nope.
stop. These people gotta stop blaming fans because a lot of times it's not us. Sometimes it is. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely, like we ruin a lot of things, but there are times where we are completely justified and they can't deliver, so they just blame us.
Yeah.
So, but that's my little rant of I think what could have easily fixed it if they would have changed to like Star Wars, a bounty hunter story or Star Wars stories, TV show, so something like that. Just kind of like, hey, we'll spend a couple of episodes with Mando, a couple of episodes with Boba Fett, and we'll see how they all kind of work together, something like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But
I'm with you. I agree.
how about you, Manny? Well, how do you feel series overall?
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Good score.
It was. I think the last 3 episodes really helped it. I think it was kind of the fans again propping up the show, thinking it was going to be something else without just like enjoying the show.
Mhm.
So I think it had like a WandaVision effect where fans were thinking one thing and it didn't really happen. We kind of underestimated how old Boba Fett was.
Yeah.
And
That part, yeah.
he's just not the Boba Fett that we grew up with.
I give you that.
So I mean, once I became peace with that,
Mm.
then I was okay with it. And then I saw Mando and I saw Grogu and
Mm.
got all happy. And I saw the Darksaber again.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm on to season 3 of Mando.
Yeah, that's gonna be very good. So staying within the same lane, but switching gears here. Um, I've made it. For some reason, I don't know why I'm not excited for the Obi-Wan show, even though it has a lot of implications. Could be very good. For some reason in my head, I'm like, it's not clicking to me to be like, I'm not excited. I'm gonna watch it, and we'll probably do what we've done here and kind of go week to week with it. But where's your guys' excitement level? Because we do have a date now, May 25th, 2022. Obi-Wan show will be dropping on Disney Plus. So, where you guys' excitement level at for Obi-Wan?
It's in the middle because I really hope we get some just flat out amazing cameos. Like there's so many possibilities.
Mhm.
I mean,
Everyone's
know.
alive. Darth
Yeah.
Maul is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In this one, like everybody could
that's
come
crazy.
show up.
A lot of stuff.
I'm more excited for this one than any other Star Wars show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not like dying for it to come out already type of hyped, but for the potential, I am really pretty hyped. There's so many things that could happen.
Nice.
And with Fiona there, I mean,
I think this is gonna connect more with Solo. So I think this is where I think this is where we're gonna see kind of like the underworld kind of stuff of Tatooine. What we thought we were going to see in Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Because I know Hayden Christensen's coming back.
As Vader.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't know what he's coming back as, like his ghost or as Vader himself or something. I don't know.
Not
how
a
they're gonna
ghost.
work.
Well, I don't know. I think he is Vader.
Or like the ghost of his former self, like in his head.
I think I read something that he's back in the suit.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting.
So,
damn.
That's interesting.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I know we saw it in Rebels, but I would kind of like to see Darth Maul pop up. Not again, like the way that it ends. Obi-Wan's already old, but I just kind of like to see Darth Maul kind of pop up every now and then and be like, Kenobi.
I don't think he's gonna pop up because he didn't really pop up during. No, you know what? I don't think he is.
That's just my wish list.
No, he should show up. He should show up because now he should be on.
He should.
Yeah, he should be Underworld. Never mind. He should show up somewhere.
That's my wish.
No. I think it's Rebels. Rebels. He didn't. He didn't even know where Kenobi was.
Because Rebels, well, yeah, but no, because like, so like I'm talking about like earlier, because like in Rebels, he's already old, Obi-Wan, when he has his final confrontation.
But that's my point, is that he didn't know where Obi-Wan was.
No, right. But if we do deal with some other underworld stuff, or because again, I don't remember when he went on his spiritual weirdness, and when Kenobi was like, when he was on his Kenobi kick. I forgot if it was like the end of Clone Wars or the beginning of Rebels. I don't remember
Rebels.
Exactly when it all went crazy. Personally, I just want that to him show up. Not that he will, or I'm speculating. It's just more of a wish list thing because I love Darth Maul a lot. I think besides Anakin, I think he was like a character like Boba Fett. He was cool to look at, but there was no story. But they made him to such a great arc in the show. For me personally, he's like one of my favorite characters.
I would love to see Darth Vader fight Darth Maul, and I feel like that's more realistic than Kenobi fighting Darth Maul, because we never really see him again. I don't think they see each other again until that fight on Tatooine. I don't know. We'll see.
There's so many things though they could do.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what plays out. We'll definitely talk about it here for sure. I feel like we'll have a lot to say. So,
yes.
All right. I think we should call that a show.
That is going to be it, guys. You heard it from the bear himself. The show is going to be done there. So, thank you guys again for listening to another episode. If you stuck with us, head over to Instagram, Facebook. Let us know if you enjoyed the final episode, Book of Boba Fett. What you like, what you didn't like, and of course, like I said earlier, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. 3 Nerds on a Sunday. Follow us, like us, share us, spread the word. We are coming up close to 100th episode. Don't know if we'll do anything special, but the fact that we've been able to get this close to the 100, I think is pretty cool. So, like I said, like and share, spread the word, and Shutter, I love you a lot. Thank you guys for listening to another episode, and we will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.